everyone, and welcome to the Dr. Janine Show. It's so great to have you here. Today we're going to be talking about all things natural health, and if you're new to my channel, welcome in. I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopathic doctor. Today we're going to be talking about bloating and what you can do about bloating, and some great tips on how to help with bloating. As well, we're going to be talking about some signs and symptoms that your body could be telling you that there are some nutritional imbalances and maybe some endocrine disorders as well. So a little bit about thyroid we'll be talking about. And I also, of course, have our quiz coming up where you can win one of the Doctor Janine exclusive mugs. So congratulations to our winners from last week. That was really fun. And you guys are getting better and better at answering those questions. So this is going to be fantastic. We are live on TikTok as well. So I've got all my TikTok people. Hello, AJ. Hello, Apex Gamer. Glad to have you in here as well. And make sure you stay tuned right until the end of this video because we've got a great meditation, some great things and tips to help too with anxiety and to help with digestive disorders as well. It's going to be a great hour. So welcome in everyone. And in terms of the quiz, so stay tuned because whether you are answering the quiz questions, asking any type of health question throughout the show, then you will be entered in to win the prize. So make sure that you're contributing and don't be shy. It's going to be a great hour. So let's start off our hour talking about bloating and what are the causes of bloating. I get a lot of questions about digestive concerns and, gas and bloating is one of the most common signs and symptoms of something happening in the digestive tract. So we're going to talk about 5 main causes of bloating. So cause number 1 is gluten and dairy sensitivity. So if you eat these foods, gluten is very hard to digest. Unfortunately, the grain has changed a lot over the years in terms of farming to make it more pest resistant. And gluten, of course, is an issue for people who have celiac disease, but even if you're not, a celiac patient, this could be a sensitivity that you've developed because of the indigestibility of the gluten, and that's a big issue, and that can cause that gas and bloating. So dairy products as well very commonly are a cause for bloating. So these are the things to certainly consider eliminating because if you overdo it, so everybody sort of has their set point as to how much they can handle in terms of dairy products. And if you go over that set point, and it's individual for everyone, but if you go over that set point, like for me, for instance, I could have maybe a half a cup of milk, a bit of cream in my coffee. I kind of know my limits, but if I were to have ice cream on top of that, then that would put me over the edge and I would have the gas and bloating personally, just saying. And I know a lot of you are in the same boat. So you definitely have to sort of know what your set point is. You've got to start to really tune into your body and kind of gauge where you're at in terms of your health and start to pay attention to things that may be, bothering you, and that could be one of the causes of your bloating. Another cause of bloating is too much fiber in the diet. So some people, when they want to get healthier, they're like, oh, I'm going to eat a ton more fruits and vegetables. If you've done this, I'd love to hear from you. Beans and lentils, and you say, hey, I'm going to get healthy. I'm going to do everything right now in 2021, new opportunity, new year. But then you notice that you just feel so much worse and you have a lot of that gas and bloating. Well, because of that fiber that your body wasn't used to in these foods, this can be a huge cause of that bloating. So you've got to, I'm not saying not to eat fiber, but you have to sort of tighter it up. So you want to start low with your fiber if you've never, and that wasn't a standard part of your diet before and you're getting healthier now, that you have to sort of go with your body and increase gradually as time goes on so that you don't have the gas and bloating from the fiber, and your body will get better at digesting it, the more slowly that you do that. But I've got other tips for that as well. Another one is alcohol. So certainly too much alcohol, and I think the consumption of alcohol across the board, of course, if you're of age, for all my TikTok friends that are underage and you are not drinking alcohol, this is not for you. But for all the adults, if you are drinking alcohol, and with all the stress in the world with the pandemic and being on lockdowns and things that, people have been home and imbibing a little bit too much, perhaps with the alcohol, that can cause a lot of bloating as well. The alcohol can feed some of those bad organisms in the gut, and that can be another cause for bloating, as well as sugar. So So if you are overdoing it with your sugar intake, this is another cause for bloating. And this is related to candida. So candida is, when that organism, it's a yeast organism that can overgrow. We all have some candida, but when it overgrows and it becomes that yeast, more fungal form, it can cause a lot of gas and bloating. And here's the crazy thing, it's going to make you crave more sugar. So the sugar addiction, so if you missed my show on sugar addiction, check that out on YouTube. But if you, of course, have a sugar addiction, then this is related to your brain chemicals and you want more and more sugar, but the candida in your gut, when it's overgrown, can actually make you crave that sugar as well. So you'll find it very difficult if you don't kill off the candida that, to be able to kick the sugar habit, because it's making you want more and more and causing that gas and bloating. And another cause for bloating is stress. So when we're stressed out, we do not naturally secrete our own digestive enzymes, and we have to have that proper secretion of our digestive enzymes and not be in that sympathetic fight or flight part of our autonomic nervous system, because then when we're in that state, we simply can't secrete our enzymes. So certainly taking digestive enzymes is a great help for those of you that have chronic stress, and you just, it also, if you have difficulty with the candida issues. So digestive enzymes are sort of a great tip that you can add into a high quality enzyme product. Of course, maybe we'll share some links. So I've got my team behind the scenes here who is helping me along with the show. So we'll share some links in YouTube. And for those of you that are just tuning in, I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, and this is All Things Natural. It's a question and answer show. I'm going to be giving you a lot of information about gas and bloating. As well, we're going to talk about hacks for anxiety, what you can do naturally at home for anxiety, and some tips there. We also have our quiz coming up in this show, so stay tuned, and I want to see your questions filtering in. So, hello, Dan. Nice to see you. Okay, so Dan already has a question about testosterone. So thanks for tuning in. Hello. JD as well, that's funny. Hi, Specialist. Hello, everybody who's tuning in. Hello, Strong Mint. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, I've already got a few questions here. So there's a question about testosterone. Can that make weight loss more difficult? Well, it depends why you're taking testosterone, and also, of course, what your dosage is, which is very individual. But the reason why your testosterone needs to be supplemented by, a medicine could be because of something called pregnenolone steal. So that was in last week's episode. Be sure to check it out on YouTube. From last week's Q&A show, I talked about why testosterone may be low, and you kind of have to fix all the steps above why your testosterone is low if you're wanting to, get to a healthier body weight. So whether you're underweight or overweight, it really does depend. So that is a great question. So hello, Jay. Hello, B Spirit. Hello, from Tennessee. Nice to see you. Great to have you all here. Also, we have people streaming in on Facebook. Hello, Marie Thomas. Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in today's show. I hope that everybody's ready for the quiz that's coming up. And remember, you will be eligible to win one of our exclusive Dr. Janine mugs. We'll send that out to you if you are successful, not only in answering the quiz questions correctly, but also, of course, if you are asking questions and commenting throughout the show. I also love to see on TikTok, show me your flags, where you're at. I try to guess sometimes the countries. I'm not always so good at it, but I love to see who's chiming into the show today and where you are all interacting from. It's great to have that feedback. So, what natural substance? So, Bruce has another question. What can be used for underactive thyroid other than Synthroid? Great question. It's really important to support the thyroid gland. So maybe we'll share some links in YouTube here on a great thyroid support supplement, which is really important. Also, make sure you check out my show on leptin resistance. If you don't fix your leptin resistance by doing sort of the steps that are easy things to implement into your life, some of them we'll talk talk about in today's episode in terms of leptin resistance, but it's important that you take those steps and sort of do the basics for good health, because that is your whole hormonal cascade as to what's happening in your body to control your hormones, your weight, your energy, your thyroid as well, and your metabolism. So be sure to check that out. Okay, so let's further talk about bloating. So what are some tips? And these would be some of my top tips. So 5 tips to help to reduce bloating. And tip number 1 is to relax. So being in that relaxed state of our nervous system, the parasympathetic part of the nervous system, is very important so that we secrete all of our digestive enzymes. When we're stressed out, our body's first priority is not going to be digestion. So that's why we have the gas and the bloating, and the signs of that sympathetic overdrive is from not being in that relaxed state. So being nice and relaxed is really important. Stay tuned, because what's coming up is a great meditation and some hacks for anxiety. I know it's a stressful time for a lot of people, so I try to give as much positive information as possible as to how to, get healthier, get more relaxed, and doing that naturally. As well, tip number 2 is to avoid those food sensitivities that you may have and the triggers in your diet, whether you know what they are, you're just discovering what your food triggers are. Make sure that you are definitely, addressing those and avoiding the things that cause you these problems. Now, certainly there are different tests and things for food sensitivity, so that is something that you can investigate as well, but often, an elimination type of diet, which can be very difficult to do, but staying away from the things that bother you. If you just know you're not going to feel great, then try to stay away from it. And sometimes it's, trial and error for a little while to really discover what is ailing you in terms and causing that bloating. Tip number 3 is to take a high quality probiotic supplements, and probiotics are really important for putting those good organisms back into your gut. That's important for bloating, but also, of course, in terms of, making sure that you have that healthy microbiome. And eating a variety of foods is also important. And, whether it's carrots from the ground, one of the things that I've talked about in a previous episode is to ensure that you're actually engaging with the earth. So if you're not growing the carrots yourself, but you're engaging, with those, not the pristine carrots that have been washed and cleaned and you don't see any dirt on them anymore. But when you purchase carrots, if you're buying your food in a grocery store, make sure it's the kind that you actually see a bit of dirt on the carrots, because that's part of the microbiome from the earth that will actually help you to digest those carrots. And that's part of having that healthy diversity of those gut microflora in your gut. So that's really important as well. Tip number 4 is to fix your leaky gut. So if you missed my episode, The Science of Leaky Gut, and everything you need to know about leaky gut syndrome, we really have to do our best to seal up those tight junctions in the gut, which is really important for our overall health. And, that's important for ensuring that that food is first properly digested. That's where the digestive enzymes being relaxed is really important. But, to heal up that gut wall, and there are different ways to do that. So check out that episode on YouTube. But healing up those tight junctions is really important to ensure that, you have that proper digestion. And tip number 5 is to fix your leptin resistance. So I always come back to the leptin resistance. Here we see, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, that, we're showing a slide right now that is showing the proper leptin functioning in the body. But in terms of leptin resistance, that causes you to be overweight, and the more fat cells you have, the more that leptin is going to signal up to the brain. And then the brain basically stops receiving that signal, and that's the leptin resistance. So the brain, it looks like the body always has high leptin, and in that state, then you're always hungry, you're addicted to carbohydrates, you can't get the weight off, and this is the problem. So we have to find that control for our leptin levels, and that's really important for, helping with the gas and the bloating as well, and proper digestion. So hello, everyone. Hello, Yolanda. Linda from Alaska. Nice to have you here on TikTok. Thank you everyone who's watching and who's joining in. If you've got health questions, I would love to hear from you. I'm trying to get at everyone, so forgive me if I miss your questions. I have my helpers behind the scenes, my producers, writing things down as well, because if you've got an idea for a whole episode on the Dr. Janine show that you'd like more information about, I would love to hear from you as well. Hello, I'm also chiming in with people on YouTube. So Joyce Ann, hello, thank you for joining in. And Stephanie, hello, thanks for joining in on Facebook. So Joyce Ann has started exercising, and this has really helped you. Thank goodness that it's helped with your bloating. Awesome. And also taking some great quality probiotics. Fantastic. So great to hear that. And that is great news. So that was Facebook. Now let me look just for a second, everyone. Bear with me. Hello, Stephanie, another great show. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that feedback. So no matter where you're watching, we love to see your questions and your comments. It's great to have you all here. And on TikTok user, hello, Leah. Hello, Frank. Hello, bored but ready. Yes, Phoebe. Everybody says I look like Phoebe from Friends. So yeah, I get that a lot. I'm on national television here in Canada as well, at least once a month. And people from across Canada have said that. So I guess a lot of people watch Friends. And yes, but I'm not Phoebe, but yes, I know I look like her. I've been told that a lot. Hello, Norman. Nice to see you. Hello, Larry. Hello. Yes, this is live, archive throwaway 10. This is actually live. I am live right now. Hello, Harvarinder from Dubai. Nice to see you. Great to have you here. And Chicago Nautilus. Good morning from Chicago. Hello. And hello, Mario from Terracotta, Ontario. This is so fantastic. Hello, Linda from Moncton, New Brunswick. A lot of Canadians here. That's awesome. I don't need to see that. Well, that flag I know. So from somebody else, Ibiz is here from the US, it looks like. I think that's the American flag. I should know that one. So hello, everyone. And someone else from Tennessee. Great to see everybody here. So if you've got questions about your health, I will try to get to all of you. I am going to continue now with 9 signs your body is crying for help. For those of you who are coming in, we are also live on YouTube, streaming this show on YouTube and on Facebook as well. Hello, Ross from YouTube from Columbia, Maryland. So hello, everyone. A lot of Americans here. That's fantastic. Nice to see you. I hope that you're all subscribed to my channel, because we upload new content every single day. I've got healthy recipes, low carb, some keto. I talk about fasting. I talk about leptin resistance. And so that is, a lot of up-to-date information about health. I continue to learn as a naturopathic doctor, being in this industry for over 25 years now. I continue to learn myself all the time. And I tie together the science with the nature and common sense. There's a lot of people that talk about natural health out there, in my opinion, that they focus on the science, the data, the studies, and all. And to me, that's good, and I do that as well. But there has to be this nice marriage between science and nature and following our intuition. And that's where I think I'm a little bit different. I like to marry the two and to give you the best information based on my own, experiences. I'm a mom of 5 kids, a wife, and an entrepreneur. So I try to put everything that I've experienced in my own life and the things that I've experimented with my own health in a natural way to be able to give you the best information. So I know that's why a lot of you tune into my shows and the content that we put out. I have a whole team that helps me to put out this great content on YouTube. So make sure that you're subscribed, especially on YouTube, and that you turn on your notifications so you always get our newest uploads every day. And of course on TikTok as well. And I want to hear what you want, what future shows that you would like to also hear me talk about and share my videos. So that it really does go a long way. As soon as you hit that share button with your friends, That's what really helps to spread out the content, to really help people, because it's all about, doing things naturally and doing it in a way that supports your body instead of going against it. So great to have you all here, and this is so much fun. I try to multitask, and so if I don't get to your questions right away, Dawn, thank you. You are, I believe, yes, on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing, Dawn. That's fantastic, and I love your feedback, wealth of information. Thank you, and I do my best to share, from my heart what I have learned over, the past 2.5 decades in the natural world industry as a naturopathic doctor. So, okay, let's get on to, I want everybody to pay attention to this little segment, because these are things that you may not have heard of. These things aren't always found on the internet in terms of your body ability to tell you with different signs and symptoms that your body is crying for help. So these signs and symptoms could indicate that there is an imbalance in your body and something that certainly you need to address. So sign number 1 that your body is crying for help is if your eyebrows, so ladies, for those of you who, we've got makeup to help with our eyebrows and other things as well, but the outer third of your eyebrow, and for the guys as well. So if you're losing the hair, especially on the outer edge of your eyebrows, this could indicate that you have a low thyroid function. So yes, as much as, you may hate the fact that you're spending extra time all the time having to do your eyebrows, but that's an indication that your thyroid may be low, and low thyroid is often misdiagnosed. It is often underdiagnosed in terms of, hypothyroidism is something called subclinical hypothyroidism. So make sure that, you get that evaluated. The TSH test is not going to always give you all the information that, I would look for in terms of being able to help with low thyroid and hypothyroidism. So we are planning to put together an entire episode on the Dr. Janine show, a curated show just on thyroid health. But if you missed last week's Q&A episode, make sure that you check that out on YouTube. I talk about the thyroid, I talk about leptin resistance and the pregnenolone steal. So you want to check that out from last week. Of course, after today's show, you can go and check that out. Okay, so the second sign is if you get white spots on your nails, that could be an indication of a zinc, but also a copper and iodine deficiency. So this goes often hand in hand with low thyroid, but this is, we can see this in children, and I know a lot of people are checking their nails right now to see if they have those white spots, and that, it's an indication of a zinc deficiency. So maybe, and there's not a great blood test for zinc deficiency, so that's something that, maybe you have to think about supplementing, ensuring that you're increasing those zinc foods in your diet. We have an episode here on YouTube and on Facebook on zinc deficiency, so check out that episode and you can up your zinc status in your body. Okay, another sign is canker sores. So if you get a lot of canker sores in your mouth, that can be an indication of a B12 deficiency. So B12 deficiency for a lot of people can be related to changes in diet, so if you become a vegetarian. So often supplementation is indicated. Again, I'm all about whole food vitamins and supplements. We'll share links in YouTube. If you're watching on TikTok, you can check out those links afterwards. You can link directly to my YouTube in TikTok, and I'm learning all this too because my kids show me how to use TikTok, to be honest, which is fun, is to click the icon for the Instagram, and then my different handles will show up. So for Instagram, make sure you're following me as well. We always upload different and new content there. So it's at Dr. Janine. And so, we're getting that information out there for you. Okay, so canker sores, B12 deficiency. So that could be an indication you've got to up your B12. Sign number 4 is cracked lips. So yes, I know, taking aside the fact that, of course, living in a cold climate, that certainly if you're out in the wind and you lick your lips, you're gonna have some dry, cracked lips. But that aside, that could be a sign of dehydration. So I want everybody to increase your water intake. I'm gonna take a sip right now. I hope everybody's got some water beside them, and that's one of the things that as soon as I became, and this is going back a long time ago, a naturopathic student at the Naturopathic College here in Canada, that everybody had their water with them all the time. It wasn't something that I was used to doing, but being in that healthy environment and learning from other healthy students who came into the whole practice of naturopathic medicine, and we were in school, dehydration it's a big thing. So I always want you, I hope for the future shows, whether you're on TikTok, that you've always got your water bottle beside you. You have to increase your hydration. It is so, so important for the electrochemical. Think of the battery in a car. I mean, what is one of the fixes? When it runs low on fluid, right, and filling up batteries, it needs water. So we need water to run all of our electrical systems in our body. It has to do with our electromagnetism, our connection with the earth. Really important that you do that. So increase your water intake. And also a sign is red bumps. So for those of you, it's called keratosis pilaris. So those red bumps on the backs of the arms, it could be elsewhere on the body as well, but on that skin. And I know that there's a lot of medical treatments and creams and things for this, but at the root cause of this, and that's what I'm all about, it could be a vitamin C deficiency. So make sure that you're getting enough vitamin C in your diet, or a whole food vitamin C supplement, or it could also be related to your thyroid. So that low thyroid and that conversion of your beta carotene into active vitamin A can be related to that as well. So this is something that definitely needs to be addressed if you have it. And that's something that definitely, natural medicine can always help you with. Another sign is the gas and bloating. So that's how we, started off this show. Gas and bloating can definitely be a sign that there's some imbalance there. So whether that's the leaky gut syndrome, whether that is that you're having, the wrong foods and food sensitivity, so that would be another sign that your body is crying for help. It's not normal to have gas and bloating, especially if you hear things gurgling in the intestines. That would be another sign that, things are not where they should be. So I'm just going to say hello quickly to everybody who's streaming in here. Hello, Anna. Nice to see you on YouTube as well. We have on Facebook. Hello, everybody. Joyce Ann, I think you've got a bunch of questions, and I will get to. Okay, Joyce Ann, you have your water cooler right beside me and in reach of your desk. I am glad that you're drinking your water, Joyce Ann. Good on ya. That's awesome. Hello, Phil from Canada. Nice to see you. Alain. Hello, nice to see you. Hello, user 3870. I don't see your name, but hello. Thank you for joining in on TikTok. Hello, Galen. Okay, so bumps on the back of the arms can be related to an omega-3 deficiency. Yes, it's possible, but I would say it's more related to the other factors as well. And often, especially a DHA deficiency, can be related to the low thyroid, which is related to the poor conversion of your beta carotene to your vitamin A. So yes, in a way, it is related to that as well, but I would say more so due to the thyroid. And this is up top as well. So your DHA, which is a great point, and I'm glad that you bring it up, because that DHA deficiency has a lot to do with the leptin resistance and that whole cascade of how our hormones work in our body. So that is very important, absolutely. Hello, Dylan, nice to see you. Hello, user. Best multivitamins. So yes, whole food vitamins is definitely something that you want to look into. So we will share some links. So make sure you're following me on YouTube. So you just search my name, Dr. Janine Bowring. If you are in TikTok, you can link. It's directly linked in my profile if you know how to do the whole TikTok thing. So it's right there. And make sure you're subscribed to my channel because this is curated. So this show will be always for living on YouTube when we're finished today. So you can check out the links. We'll share links to my favorite supplements and hello, Dave from Ireland. Great to see you. I think you're our first Irish person that we've seen. So hello, nice to have you here. User, am I a doctor? I am a naturopathic doctor. I have a post coming up soon on TikTok that I'll be loading up about the differences, because there's a lot of confusion around what is a legitimate naturopathic doctor versus a naturopath versus a naturopathic practitioner. So I am, yes, a naturopathic doctor in Canada and trained and licensed in Canada. So that's a great question. What is my YouTube channel? So search my name, Dr. Janine Bowring on YouTube, and then you'll see it there. It's also linked if you're watching, as I just said. You'll be able to find it. Hello, everybody. So, which magnesium is good for anxiety? So that is something that I've addressed before. So I have a whole show on YouTube all about anxiety. I like magnesium bisglycinate. It's really most encompassing in terms of muscle cramps, anxiety, stress, helping with heart function, helps with breast tenderness as well. So that would be my best pick for that. Okay, so let's continue, which I'm going to be talking about, I believe, in a few moments about some tips for anxiety. So that'll be coming up in a second, so stay tuned. Great question. Okay, so here's another sign that your body is crying for help, probably that you've not heard before. If you need to wear your sunglasses, even on a dull, overcast day, that would be a sign that your body is not in proper balance. And this has to do with leptin resistance. And we have photoreceptors and light receptors in our eyes. And this is so important in terms of setting up our circadian rhythms, that we get that especially early morning sunshine, so that when the sun is rising in the morning, that we get that natural beauty of that light into our eyes in the morning to help to set up our hormones for the rest of the day. This helps with ensuring that our melatonin secretion happens at night when we sleep, and this starts in the morning. If that melanopsin isn't, which is a blue light sensor in our eyes, if we're not getting that information in our eyes first thing in the morning, then this can cause a lot of problems for our overall health. So making sure, so I want you to do your best. Now, of course, when the sunlight is very bright, you're near snow, there's a lot of reflected light. I mean, you have to be sensible with all of the tips that I give. Of course, you're going to put your sunglasses on if it's too much for your eyes, but on, an overcast day, you shouldn't really have to wear your sunglasses unless you have, of course, an eye condition that makes you wear your sunglasses. But this is so important that you have that natural light is coming into your eyes without the protection of sunglasses, especially in the morning hours, because that helps to set up your hormones, your metabolism for the rest of the day, and helps your sleep at night. Okay, another sign is if you crave sugar. So sugar cravings is a sign potentially that you have a dopamine issue happening, so that addiction to sugar could be part of that problem. So check out my show on sugar addiction. You will love, to learn about the facts about how sugar triggers our dopamine, which of course makes us feel good, but that's also very addictive, and that addictive quality with sugar is the problem. So that could be a sign, again, that you're addicted to sugar. But also, if you crave sugar, it could be a sign that there's that candida issue that I talked about a little bit earlier. So make sure that that is being addressed as well. And another sign, so the 9th sign, is that you need an alarm to wake up in the morning. So that would be an indication that you and your circadian rhythm is not set. Now, this is the ultimate goal that I want for all of you as you're trying to get healthier. Maybe you're dealing with cancer. Maybe you're dealing with, chronic autoimmune disorders. Maybe you've had an injury. Maybe your digestion sucks. I'm going to say it like it is. Maybe you're trying to lose weight. I really want you to get to the point where you are healthy enough, and this is a great indication. If you can wake up at the same time every morning, and it should be a reasonable time, pretty close to when the sun is rising, depending on where you live in the world. There's some leeway here if you're not a morning person. That's just your physiology. It's based on your genetics. But try to get that early morning sunlight as close to the sunrise time as possible. I'm telling you, this is a game changer for your health, for your maintaining your healthy weight. If you're trying to lose weight, this is a game changer. And eventually, once your circadian rhythms are in sync, you'll be amazed. You'll wake up at the same exact time, right on the minute of that morning time, without alarm clock, and you don't need anything to wake you up, but it's your own circadian rhythm wakes you up, and once you get into that proper routine. And this is, like I said, such a game changer for your overall health. So, hello everybody. I'm going to say hello really quickly. So on YouTube, we have Jeff from Ghana, hello, and Brock Peters, nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. This is awesome to have you here. If you've got any questions about your health, I would love to hear from you. So also on TikTok, really quick, let me do some shout outs. So hello everybody. Hello Mags, nice to see you. Hello again to Siren Girl, nice to see you. Good morning. Yes, inflammation. So I might be able to tackle some inflammation. Check out last week's show on when I talk about leptin resistance and inflammation. We talked a little bit about that with the pregnenolone steal, but definitely look at my leptin resistance show on YouTube. If you haven't yet subscribed, make sure you're subscribed there so that you can, and I think I'm talking to my friends behind the scene here at the Dr. Janine Show. I think we'll do a show on inflammation. I think that's a great idea. We'll do a curated show all about inflammation. I get a lot of questions on that. Inflammation, definitely you want to eliminate certain things in the diet, which I will probably be touching on when we get to a certain section of today's show, so stay tuned with that. And user, yes, digestive, I know a lot of people have digestion issues, and here's the thing with becoming gassy and having problems with digestion is that you often sort of attribute that to that's just how you are. It's not normal to have gas and bloating. I mean, a little bit depending on what you ate, but to have gas and bloating every day and to look like you're 6-7 months pregnant, it's not normal. You have to do something about it, and I'm here to help. If you've got questions, comments, be sure to send them my way. We will do future episodes. If we need a whole show on bloating, we'll do it if that's what you want. So that's why I love to have that feedback from you. And Michelle, you had some issues with, yes, thyroid and gaining and losing weight. I know it's difficult with the hormones. Make sure you check out my show on leptin resistance. I'm always going to come back to that, and we'll probably do some more shows on that because there's a lot of hormonal questions that come up, especially myself as a woman. Have a lot of experience with hormonal fluxes after having 4 babies myself, and thyroid issues and hormones and premenopause and all those things. So I can answer, ladies, if you're watching, I can answer a lot of your questions all about the hormones. I'm telling you from firsthand experience and what has worked for me, because I've tried a lot of things, of course, and there's some really important things that we have to do to get back on track with our hormones and maintaining healthy body weight. Okay, anxiety. I promised I was going to talk about some anxiety hacks. I've had a ton of questions on TikTok, on Facebook, elsewhere, on YouTube as well about what to do for anxiety. So here's some top hacks really quickly. I don't know if somebody can fix my timer, guys, because we're way past, it says an hour, and I know I haven't been here for an hour. Okay. Okay, so some top tips for anxiety is, number 1, distract yourself. So if you're in an anxious situation, I went to the dentist, our youngest boy had to have some work done to fix his filling, and I was in the room with him and had to watch the whole procedure going down, and I started to feel anxious. And not to mention was that the CP24, it's our news show, was on in the dentist's office, often as is when you go to the dentist, and they were talking all about the doom and gloom of our lives and what's happening in the world and the pandemic and all this stuff. So I'm hearing all that crap, which, excuse my language, I don't pay attention to the news, but I was in this situation. They didn't have a chair for me, so I'm standing up, I'm watching my poor baby, get his tooth filled and the needle and everything, and then I'm hearing all this crap and I started to sort of feel like, whew, I'm feeling, and I don't have anxiety, but I started to feel like, whew, I'm not feeling good. I was hot, and I just didn't, anybody who has anxiety attacks, this is, I know, and my heart started going. I'm like, what am I going to do? So what did I do? I got my phone out, and I started scrolling through, looking through TikToks, and then I switched over to Instagram, looking through Instagram posts, and it totally took my mind off. So this is my hack, is distract yourself. Look at something positive. If you keep having those negative inputs from the outside, which is my hack number 4, which I'll get to in a second, having those negative, things triggering you, then this isn't so great for your health and for your anxiety. So do something to distract yourself. It's the best tip. And if you have to look at funny TikToks, then that's the way it goes. Another hack is to do the vagus breathing. So for your vagus nerve, it's something that we talked about a little bit last week. The vagus nerve is your longest It's called the wandering nerve, your cranial nerve number 10, longest nerve in the body. And there is a way to actually trigger it to be able to squirt some acetylcholine, which I talked about before, onto your heart to actually calm down your heartbeat. So that's something in terms of deep breathing. We're going to hopefully, if we have time, get to a quick meditation today in which we can do that. Do we have time to do that now, guys, behind the scenes? Yeah, okay, let's do a quick breathing exercise to really help with centering ourselves and calming down, and to really, all you have to do is, take a few deep breaths. I'd like you to get centered, whether you're sitting or you're standing, put both feet on the ground so that you're nice and centered. And we're just going to do a little bit of deep breathing just to really calm down for any of you that suffer with anxiety. And what helps the vagus nerve is to actually focus on the exhale. So we're going to breathe in for 2, and then we're going to hold for 2 breaths, and then we're going to, or for 2 seconds, I should say, and then we're going to allow the exhale to be a little bit prolonged for about 4 seconds. So let's do a couple of those. Breathing in for 2. And closing your eyes always helps. Holding for 2. And then exhaling for 4. And I like to visualize as well. So I'm not anxious right now, but if I were to be anxious and my heart was beating really fast, on the exhale, I actually visualize my vagus nerve squirting out this liquid, this acetylcholine, onto my heart to actually calm down my heartbeat. Let's do one more. So breathing in for 2, holding for 2, and exhaling for 4. And of course, visualizing, if you need to, that vagus nerve squirting out that acetylcholine onto your heart to calm down your heartbeat. So I hope that's working for everybody, and you can do this at any time. Another tip for anxiety is to use some acupuncture points. So this is fantastic. Now, there's one on the top of your foot, and this is called liver 3. So it's right about here. I don't know if not everybody can see me, but I don't know, here on TikTok, you can probably, I'm pulling up my leg. Okay, here. So right where your big toe, and you're going to feel like a bit of an indent there. So if it were on my hand, it's where your first toe and your second toe, if you pull back, you're going to find there's like a hole in that area, and that's called liver 3. You can look this up on the internet after the fact. And this point really helps with anxiety. So by pressing, and do it till it hurts. And with acupuncture, often, you don't need to use a needle with acupressure. You can press on that point, and that can help to calm you down. Now, in my situation, when I was in public and didn't want to look like an idiot, I was looking through my phone. That was my hack at that point. But another one you can do that is really great is to rub right here. It's called yin tang, between your eyebrows, which can be very helpful at calming down your mind. And if you close your eyes and sort of relax, that would be another point. And another one that nobody would know that you're doing is Shen Men on the ear. So I don't know if we have a picture that we can show it of the Shen Men point. So it's right, if you can see it up top, it's right in that first sort of indentation at the top of the ear. And all you have to do, so this is kind of one of those ones that you do when nobody has to know about. If you're suffering with anxiety, maybe you're waiting for a doctor's appointment, God forbid, there's something stressful happening, or for kids that are in school, or something stressing you out, or during an exam and you just feel like you can't focus, that, you just massage that point, and that really helps to calm down your brain, your nervous system. So fantastic. It's like a master point for anxiety and fear. So yeah, just massage that. And you can do it on both ears. You could do it at the same time, one side, the other side. It's totally up to you. And here's the great thing. If you're kind of just doing this, nobody's going to know that you are, doing something to help yourself, or that you're going through an anxiety time in that moment. So I hope that's helping for you. As well as another hack for anxiety is ensuring that your magnesium and your calcium ratios in your diet, but also maybe in supplementation, that's really important as well. And we've talked about at lengths in other episodes, so that's something to definitely address. And also, like I said before, decrease your negative input. So if you've got negativity from the news and watching, or people in your life that keep feeding you with all the negativity and the fear as to, you know, what's going on in the world, or their own health issues, or their own mental, emotional issues, it's important to be there as a friend or as a family member, but sometimes enough is enough, and certainly you can turn off the news and you can turn off those negative inputs, and that will really go a long way to help you with your anxiety. And as well, there are some of my top herbal medicines that I love. So valerian is one of them. It really helps to calm down the nervous system. I love skullcap as well, is another herbal medicine that helps with anxiety and nervousness and panic attacks. Lemon balm is another one. And also passion flower. So these are some of my top herbs. Passion flower is such a beautiful, you know, flower. So if you are watching on either Facebook or YouTube, you saw that there. So that is something that you definitely saw, those pictures of those beautiful plants. But, you know, a natural way. Again, Mother Nature gives us so many tips and, you know, tools to be able to help ourselves. So we'll share some links to, you know, some great formulations below that you can get your hands on some of these in a natural way to help, because sometimes you do need help, and there's nothing wrong with that, but going to nature is what I'm all about, to be able to help yourself with the stress and anxiety. So hello user, are we live on TV? Feels like it. Yeah, this is the Dr. Janine show, so not on, you know, mainstream television, but this is television in YouTube and on Facebook as well. So nice to see you all. Hello. There's a question about blood pressure. Yes, so the more if I understand your post correctly, yeah, so stress related to high blood pressure, absolutely, and that's something that you would, there's another Janine on here. Hello, and watch for the gas and bloating. Watch too many of the jalapenos. I get it. Spicy food can trigger the you know, problems as well. So in terms of gas and bloating. Okay, so are we ready to get to quiz time? I think we are. So I hope everybody is tuned in. We've got a bunch of people here on TikTok, and so stay tuned for the next section. Even if you don't answer correctly, you have the ability to win one of the Dr. Janine mugs. If you're just tuning in right now, I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopathic doctor. This is the Q&A show, so this is all about your health and what to do naturally. We talked about anxiety today. We talked about gas and bloating. We talked about leptin. It always comes back to leptin resistance. So if you missed any of those shows previously, or you're just tuning in now, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel on YouTube. So just search my name, Dr. Janine Bowring. You will find my YouTube channel where you can learn all of these things. We upload every day. Click your bell notification so you get, you know, notified as soon as we upload something new. But this show will be archived. So if you're just tuning in now, you know that this show will be archived there, and you can refer back to it. And leave your questions and comments there too on YouTube, because if you've got future show ideas, I would love to hear from you. And please share and give me a big thumbs up. This is, you know, it's true and dear to my heart to give all this positive information about your health. I love your feedback, and it helps to keep me going and doing the research. When I hear all that positive feedback and that you're sharing this with your friends, it really does help. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you for tuning in and for asking your questions. And now's the fun part. This is my favorite part of the show, is the quiz. So is everybody ready? I hope everybody is here and ready. We're all connected. We're all good. Rebecca, love the tips for anxiety. Oh, you're so welcome. And remember, it's still on YouTube, so you can always refer back to it if you missed it. Oh, you were on YouTube, so yeah, so it'll be archived there, which is awesome. And hello to everybody here on Facebook and on TikTok as well. Okay, quiz question number 1. So even if you get your answer wrong, it doesn't matter. You'll still be entered to win one of the Dr. Janine mugs, which we will send out to you. Okay, number 1. What is better? And here's a little trick. If you've watched my shows before, or any of my posts, and this is where people will have an advantage. So if you follow me on Facebook and YouTube and even on TikTok, if you've watched my videos, often I'm going to pull questions from my content that already is out there. So yeah, you have a bit of an advantage if you've been following me. Okay, question number 1. What is better for insulin function in the body? Snacking or eating 3 meals a day? What is better? Anybody? Anybody? Based on what I've said, Mocha BM, hello. Hello, user. Hello, everyone. So, does anybody have the answer? Do we have? Hello? Hello, everyone. Do we have the answer? What is better? Hello, Sean. Hello. What is better for your insulin levels? Snacking or 3 square meals a day? Hello, LB. Nice to see you. Hello, James. Hello, Ford Power. Does anybody, we're doing our Q&A questions right now. TikTok has the answer. What is better? I don't see it yet. Hello, Tazib. Hello, hello, hello. Somebody answered. I'm not getting it. Hello from Japan. Hi, everyone. Nice to have you here. Okay, mine is not updated yet. How come I'm not getting it? Can somebody tell me? Oh, we have 3 right answers on... Hi from Toronto. Hello, everybody. I know I have 3 right answers on TikTok, so I'm just waiting for it to come on my own feed. Okay, yes, Jacqueline, you are correct. I don't know if you were first. Chicago Nautilus, not correct. So for your insulin levels, it is healthier. Para T, yes. 3 meals a day. Bruce, you're correct. Jobo, yes, you're correct. So 3 meals a day. So what researchers found was that if you are eating your 3 meals plus your snacks in between, you're always spiking your insulin and your glucagon. And so this is happening like this crazy roller coaster. It's not so good for, and this can cause insulin resistance. So that's something to watch out for. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to get your hormones in balance, I do highly recommend, based on the data, but also based on circadian rhythms, the research that I've done in my own sort of body, hacking and trial and error in terms of, I used to be a snack, like eat all the time, and that was for me personally, not the best way to go in terms of hormonal health, but energy levels and digestion. So yeah, if you can get to having 3 meals a day, much healthier for you. So congratulations to all of you that got that one right. That was awesome. I don't know why I have, hello from England, Bobby. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. So we're in our quiz questions right now. Let's go to number 2. True or false? You can ground on ice in wintertime by wearing socks. True or false? Does anybody know this? This is something that I've posted. Does anybody know true or false? Hello, everybody. Do we have the answer? I don't see it on YouTube. I think my TikTokers are the fastest here. Unless I believe I'm maybe not properly connected on Facebook, but maybe I am. Everybody's quiet on Facebook today. YouTube and TikTok are taking over. True. Harborinder, true. Yes, on YouTube. You got that right. So yes, you can ground. Yes, Bobby, you're right. Parity, you were correct. Okay, Chicago, sorry. The question was, can you ground? So can you get grounded in the wintertime with wearing socks on your feet? And the answer is true. So yes, you can. So you can wear cotton socks or wool socks. I had a lot of questions about this on one of my posts, so check out my TikTok post on this. You see me walking on the ice with wool socks on. So yes, you can still get grounded on the ice. So if you're not up for bare feet on the snow or on the ice, then this is a great way to be able to get grounded in the moment. It only takes a few moments. So certainly the longer that you can do it with, with maintaining maintaining a healthy body temperature when you're outside, depending on the temperature outside, that you can certainly do that and, you know, follow your own body's rhythms and your own intuition as well. We have to be sensible with these things as well, but yes, you can. Okay, question number 3. Is everybody ready? So true or false, is magnesium stearate good for you? Oh, sorry, that's not a true or false question. Magnesium stearate is good for you, true or false? Sorry, I read it wrong. Hassan, hello, nice to see you. So, true or false, magnesium stearate is good for you? Does anybody have this one answered correctly? Magnesium stearate is good for you, true or false? Ayana, this is our Q&A, so we are doing our quiz section of the Dr. Janine show that you can win a mug, so just do your best. Just guess if you have to. Is magnesium stearate good for you? Or sorry, magnesium stearate is good for you, true or false? That's okay. Magnesium stearate is good for you, true or false? Anybody have the answer? I know I have a delay. Do I have any correct answers yet? I don't know. Who's there? True or false? False. It is, okay, so we have some EBs, false, you're correct. IB, false, you're correct. Dale, you are correct, it is false. User, correct, 75385. Para T, false, correct. Yes, yes, yes. So, magnesium stearate is a flow agent that I do not like. If you've seen me talk before about vitamins, that it is a big no-no. So anybody who's taking vitamins, I want you to check your bottles for magnesium stearate. It is not good for you, in my opinion, and it's never been tested for long-term human consumption. It's in most vitamins on the market, so finding a high-quality vitamin without magnesium stearate is sometimes difficult. So this is something to definitely look out for. And whenever we share links of, you know, products and things in our YouTube videos, we will steer you in the right direction. So that's, yeah, magnesium stearate is not good for you, even though I did posts. So if you've seen my posts on magnesium, magnesium stearate is a flow agent. It is not a magnesium supplement. So, but it is in most supplements on the market, if that's not confusing you enough, because it is a flow agent that's used in the industry. So it's not good for you. Okay, so the answer was false on that one. Okay, quiz question number 4. Name 2 different inflammatory polyunsaturated fatty acids, PUFAs. Name 2 inflammatory PUFAs. These are not good for you, the bad fats. Does anybody know? Hello, Isim. Hello, Alex. You have a funny question, Alex. Hello, Becky. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Okay, so can anybody name me 2 different inflammatory polyunsaturated fatty acids? Yes, EB, soybean oil, canola oil. You're quick. Yes, absolutely. Those are 2. Anybody else? I'll give you some more chances. Dale, those are not fats. Eric, hello, nice to see you. Jesus is here as well on TikTok. Hi, Jesus, thank you. Or Jesus, I don't know how we pronounce it, depending on where you live. Hello, hello. Nice to see you. Anybody else have any other? Brock, yes, thank you. Ross, cotton seed oil, yes, and safflower oil. You are correct as well. You are on YouTube. Awesome, good on you. You got that correct as well, so you will be entered. Yes, soy, canola on Facebook. Marie, smart girl. Joyce Ann, soy, canola. Smart ladies watching on Facebook. I know you watch all my shows, so thank you for that. I love your support. It's awesome. And you also will always probably know my quiz question and answers because you pay attention, so that is fantastic. Okay, hello, hello. Anybody else? One more chance. Palm oil, yes, and it depends on the palm oil. So, hi from Calgary, nice to see you. Olive oil, questionable on the olive oil. Some olive oil is good, it depends on the quality, and there's a certain olive oil that I love. That'll be in a future episode. I have to make sure that we remind me to talk about my favorite olive oil. Hello, my friends behind the scenes here. Hello, IB. Thank you for the compliment. That's so nice. Jacqueline, I think you said yes, safflower and canola are PUFAs. These are inflammatory, not the healthy fats that we want to be ingesting. So great, good for you. Hi from Wales. Hello, hello, hello. Hi everyone. So for those of you that are new to the show, this is the Dr. Janine show. We go live every Monday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. So I hope that you can all join in. We have a ton of viewers from all over the world, which is awesome. We are also live. So we're on TikTok right now, on Facebook, and on YouTube, where the show will actually be archived. So you can watch it back again. So make sure that you're following me. Question before we get to our next quiz question, and we're running out of time, from Dawn. Ozzy, I thought magnesium and magnesium stearate was the same. No, it is not. That was from YouTube. Magnesium and magnesium stearate are not the same thing. Magnesium stearate is a flow agent you want to avoid. I believe I still have a whole video on this on YouTube, so check it out on my YouTube channel, all about the problems with magnesium stearate. We're going to be updating that video soon, so I can show you all the issues with these fillers that are in supplements that I take offense to. I don't like them at all, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I do not like fillers. You should not be taking fillers or flow agents in your vitamins. Okay. Quiz question number 5, last chance, everyone. So true or false? Pregnenolone steal causes unexplained weight gain. True or false? Does anybody know? True or false? We talked about this last week. True or false? Pregnenolone steal can cause unexplained weight gain. Hello? Okay, somebody's asking about snacks. Do you know the answers to the question? Hello, Brandon. Hi, y'all. Yes. Tips for weight loss I have in other videos, absolutely. Okay, so do we have any true or false answers? Pregnenolone steal causes unexplained weight gain. Apparently we do. Mine is slow to react. I will get to your answers. Anything on Facebook, anything on YouTube. Harvarinder. True. Yes, you are correct. Ross, true. You are correct. So yes, pregnenolone steal is something that we talked about last week, causes unexplained weight gain. Absolutely, this causes an offset of all your hormones. So be sure to check that out. I have a TikTok that we'll be posting on pregnenolone steal, so that helps to break it down within, I think, 30 seconds or so. It's very quick. So we'll be checking that out. Make sure you're following me on Instagram as well, at Dr. Janine, so that you get to see these videos as well. Thank you. You love my tops. Thank you. I get a lot of comments on my clothing. Last week it was my shoes. This week my tops. So thank you guys. Yeah, I love my fashion. So maybe we'll do some segments on that too. Just truth be told, I would love to do some fashion segments. So yeah, congratulations everybody. So you will be entered in to win the Dr. Janine mug that will ship out to you. Even if you didn't answer correctly, you'll still be entered in to win. So congratulations to all of you. So that was a fun episode. Everyone, thank you so much for joining in. I had so much fun. Continue to send in your questions, your comments, show ideas as well. If you're new here, this is the Dr. Janine show. I'm Dr. Janine Bowring, naturopathic doctor. Be sure to give me those big thumbs up and that you're subscribed on YouTube. That's super important. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook as well. And remember to always take care of your good health and to do it naturally. Thanks for watching.